Hello and welcome to a new episode of Corey and Kevin Talk About Nothing. If you're tuning in for the first time,
I'm Corey.
I'm Kevin. On today's episode, we have a special guest, Brian.
Hello.
Hello, how are you,
Brian.
sir?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing good.
Doing good.
Stupendous.
Good.
Good. I currently have a cat trying to break into a room right now, so if you hear something extra, it's
It's a special, yeah.
it's not somebody
It's a
locked in my
ghost.
basement. It's just a
Come
cat,
on, man,
I
it's
swear.
the ghost.
Which
Leave
means
the
it's
suspense
Monday.
there.
All right, yeah, it's a ghost.
Yeah.
It's the ghost of Ernie because he's going to die.
Yeah. That's funny.
I'm not sure you understand ghosts, but okay.
You're right. You're right.
that's
I just don't.
No. No.
So yeah, today we have a special guest, Brian, who has been on this episode before, or on this show before. Only we are now doing it slightly differently.
Yes. Because we're not going to let him, come out here and ask us ridiculous questions like he did last time,
I'm still hearing some faint crying in the background.
I am. I mean, I'm actually teared up. I had to make sure I was cleaned up before we got started today. So, how about this? Before we get started, though, make sure to like and subscribe button. If you have any ideas, any stories, anything like that, shoot us an email at cktalkaboutnothing@gmail.com. You can tweet us at CoreyKevin1.
It's a bird.
Yeah, tweet.
It's a bird.
Brian, there's a special hashtag that we were, trying to utilize too.
Yeah, hashtag, what is it?
That's
Embrace
it.
the nothing.
Hashtag what is it?
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
No.
Hashtag embrace the nothing.
Embrace the nothing.
I
Absolutely.
like it.
Because that's our thing,
I get it. See where we got that from.
All right. Well, so today, we have you on while we're in this wonderful October spooky season. So why not, kick it off? Because I know you're a fan of the Supernatural. That's like one of your all-time favorite TV shows. Also, you went on to 2 ghost hunts with us. So
Yeah, that was awesome.
yeah. So, what would you say is like your scariest encounter?
Dude, it had to be when we were sitting there at it was the prison.
Yeah, the West Virginia State Penitentiary.
Yeah, where we were upstairs and we were split off into the groups, right? So I went down the corridor and sat in the one hallway by myself after you set up like the motion sensor lights and stuff down the hall.
Yeah.
And then after, I don't know, it felt like an hour, but it was probably only like 10 minutes. Something slammed and you guys all ran back into the corridor. You're like, did you hear that? I definitely heard something. So we walked down the hallway and we found, I don't know, there's a door that was open, but it wasn't open before. And we looked inside and there was no, the glass wasn't broken on the window or anything. So what was it?
Right. Yeah. That's always been kind of the fun part. Maybe it was aliens. Let me mess my hair up real quick and it's aliens. Yeah, that was always a lot of fun just because the atmosphere, just
Nice.
and then you get the chance to debunk it and make sure that it's is this
There's a rhyme and a reason, right?
Spooky.
Please, something spook me out, creep me out.
Yeah,
With
that's
the crystal, dude. You remember that?
Oh, I did. Yeah, I was talking on the podcast before about how you could literally feel it tugging in your fingers, but it's such a personal experience. You got to do it for yourself. It was so you remember when we were up in the the insane part of that prison where they had the stand up showers for those insane people, and we had asked that one of the first questions we asked was do you want us here? And it stopped, and it was just started going side to side for no. We're like, all right, later,
Yep.
we don't need to be here, I guess,
That would be
Nobody.
terrifying, but I want to do it so bad.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. We ate so much Bob Evans.
Oh yeah, that was an incredible amount. I think everybody got 2 meals each. You know.
Wow.
I mean, we were running on fumes though. Like what we got a hotel room by the hour just so that we could like get like 6 hours of sleep and then head off to our next one.
Yep.
I mean,
It was crazy.
yeah, that we back to back that one. That was a really cool trip. Yeah,
That
so
was awesome.
yeah, I remember going through the Trans-Allegheny Insane Asylum. Now, first off, the funniest part about that is when we first drove down there, the GPS took us to, remember that abandoned lot that was like barbed wire fence? We're like, oh, we're for sure getting murdered out here. Like we were not supposed to come, but then we finally got redirected, and then I remember you were like, I'm going alone, guys. I'm going alone. You like went into one of the rooms and just like laid down in there, and
That place was sweet.
that place was sweet. You know, it had so much history that you're like, oh yeah.
See, that's one thing, yeah, that I think that would be cool enough too. Just actually go learn about the history of it and then do that. You know what I mean? So to me, it's gonna build a little bit of somewhat of the suspense to it too. You know?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean that place had like underground tunnels that went to like hospitals and graveyards and all sorts of different stuff.
So I looked
It
it,
was
up.
rad.
I think
It was rad.
yeah. Yeah, because I think last time when you brought it up, I looked it up afterwards. It kind of just read the stories a little bit. You know, I didn't go like in depth, but
Right.
it was pretty sweet. It looks
What
pretty
was it?
sweet.
It's the second largest hand-cut stone building in the world, where it was like the first one was like in Russia or something like that.
Wow, that's amazing.
Oh,
I didn't remember
think-
that. That's cool.
If I remember correctly, I think the one girl was saying that it was the largest hand-cut stone building outside of Russia, like the second
Man,
largest in the world or something.
That's amazing. I mean when we pulled up to that building, that thing
creepy.
that was intimidating. Like, oh, we're spending the night in there. All right, let's do this.
Pizza and black coffee.
Yeah, the amount of the amount of coffee, Mountain Dew, all sorts of things, man. It was crazy. Now that was one thing that was really cool. You remember all the equipment that I had to.
Oh, yeah.
Everything was wired back then, man. Nothing was
Yep,
wireless,
yep.
so I had to have like 20-foot cables that went to these old cameras. Oh man, it was awesome. So we had a lot of equipment that went into all this. I think we actually carried about 3 or 4 duffel bags full of
It was
wires.
definitely pretty heavy.
Dude, it was like I think I had 3 laptops, 4 or 5 cameras. We had temperature sensors. We had we had the crystal. I'm trying to think of what else we actually brought with us. Oh, the voice
Did you guys bring,
recorders.
They,
just bring, like, the
there's
Ouija
some
board?
EMP. Or,
Oh yeah, the EMF.
EMF.
Yeah, the electromagnetic field creator. Yeah, which, say what you will. Who knows what the hell any of that stuff actually does? No,
Did
we
we have something that like went between radio stations or something like that.
yeah they used to call it the ghost box.
Like
I think
the voice box or whatever.
Yeah, Frank's ghost box is what it started off doing, and it would cycle through all the channels, and basically what it's supposed to be able to do is mimic, words through the radio stations. Which I feel like we had walked past some people at the West Virginia State Penitentiary that I felt
Right.
like had that, and it was almost like, like their names were coming out of the thing, and I was like,
It was pretty wild.
yeah, like, okay.
Like I feel like theirs was a little more advanced.
yeah,
It looked more advanced anyway.
probably was. Jessica and I went with a couple of people to this place in Mansfield, and they had one, but my God, that thing gets annoying after a minute,
I bet.
just cycling through there.
Snow is annoying enough on the radio.
Corey, no, we never brought an Ouija board, and I don't know if like those
Oh,
places even allow you to bring something like that in, just in case. Like, I don't know if they.
Well, yeah, for
believe
sure.
that
For some reason, I thought you guys said it, but maybe I was thinking that crystal thing.
Yeah,
Maybe that's
probably.
what I was thinking of, not the Ouija board. For some reason, I thought you guys said you did, but maybe you didn't actually.
Yeah, no, I've never taken the Ouija board anywhere,
Okay.
but I have used the crystal many times.
Yeah. Okay. That might be what I was. I don't know. I could have swore you said it, but obviously you know more than I would. So. So,
Obviously, Corey.
whoa.
Yeah, so that would be a lot of fun to do. Now, I remember.
I would do it again. That was great.
I remember the incident with the Sugar Shack. That was hilarious.
That was not spooky at all.
No,
It was
yeah,
quite
we
hilarious.
actually had to leave because there was like a group down there, working whatever. It was like we were just laughing.
Very loudly.
But what is that?
So at the West Virginia State Penitentiary, towards like on the grounds, there was like this underground thing, like room that they called the Sugar Shack, and I don't exactly remember what they did down there. Maybe it was like commissary or something like that.
I think it was commissary. I think that's what it was.
Okay.
But it was like a big meeting ground and everything. It was just called the Sugar Shack.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Which, man, like for like an inactive prison, that place was huge.
That was very big.
Yeah, they had a hang
There was a lot
station
of
and
space.
everything. I set the camera.
Wasn't that the
up
old
for a while.
barn or whatever?
Yeah, they had.
Yeah.
I set the cameras up in there for a little while, but all we got were people walking in. Because that
was the hardest part, was leaving stuff lying around with so many people walking around.
exactly. You really got to trust people that aren't gonna like just nab your shit and run.
It seemed like in my limited experience with that community, though, I don't think they're really there to screw anybody else over.
Yeah, I
Like,
felt like everybody's pretty respectful.
yeah, we didn't have any issues with anybody else, so.
Yeah. I mean, I would say the biggest problem of doing something like that is you're there for hours and you're recording for hours, and then you have to like go through all of that footage,
Yep.
and it's like I don't even know if I ever made it through all of it. You know, that was a lot, especially at back to back.
Yeah.
So, Corey, yeah, you would be down with
Oh yeah, absolutely, for sure. Yeah. I mean, you let me know when, and I'll make sure I get the time off. So just saying.
Yeah,
I'm in.
I don't know. We'd have to go somewhere else. That would be pretty cool, and it's like hard to beat those ones. The Trans-Allegheny and the Mansfield,
Reformatory.
yeah, Mansfield Reformatory. Those are my favorite places.
I'm sure there's probably several out here in the Maryland
Yeah.
region, what with everything.
Yeah, that would be sweet. That would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys ever go to the one in I think it's in Lima, Ohio? Did you guys ever go to that one? I forget what it's called. It's something that came up on Facebook today that they were down there. There was some medical station down there that's like really old, and somebody posted on Facebook. Now I can't remember the name of it, but I know it was in Lima though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Man, I can't think of it. Yeah, I'll find the name of it and then we'll go back. I'll let you know.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely haven't been, but that could always be a future
That's
trip.
that's kind of close
Yeah.
for sure. Exactly. Yeah, you know what I mean. That's somewhere that we can do. And then also, I mean, if you think about it, Brian, I mean, in between us to you, I mean, there is many states of opportunities too. You know, like not many states, but like many places and things. But
Many states between us.
yeah, many's.
That Harper's Ferry, we should have went out in the middle of the night.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Just follow the trench.
Yeah, follow the trenches on through, and then shoot off our own cannon. So last night, Jessica and I said, "Screw it, we're gonna watch." Bless you. We're gonna watch
Thank you.
Hubie Halloween.
I watched it already.
Yeah.
Me
I watched
too.
it already.
Yeah.
It definitely made me laugh a good couple of times. I'll tell you that.
There were
It's
a
got
few
its- it's got its
chuckle-worthy
parts.
moments. Yeah.
For sure. I mean, all right. So who else wants this damn third?
Yeah, I want that
Oh, dude,
service.
that thing was legit.
Yeah.
That thing was
Yeah.
legit for sure.
Absolutely, it was so funny. I mean, every single time, because that's what caught my eye. Like that was like one of the things. I'm like, oh, that's funny. Oh, now that's fun. All right, now this is funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want this damn thing. It was just so. It was
Just so
awesome, dude.
stupid funny, you know. It just.
Yeah.
I mean, there
all
was
right, so we're-
really no point of Steve Buscemi or Rob Schneider except for just being in the movie. I mean,
Exactly.
he wasn't even. It's so funny when they said just a guy with like glued on hair or something like that. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. He's not even a werewolf.
Yeah, it's so funny. And all right, so
Spoilers,
So
man.
can I ask?
Spoilers. Oh well.
Yes. But can I ask? Did anybody else think that it was actually David Spade that was wearing the pig costume?
I wonder if that's why they went with the yellow hair,
The blonde hair, right?
I actually was like, I wonder if that's Owen Wilson.
Oh yeah. Well, see, do you know what I thought was funny? This is actually where I thought like now it makes sense that who it was. Do you remember when he put the mask on and then he actually walks like through the crowd of people? Do you remember this at all?
Yeah.
Okay, when he did that, he is so tiny. Because in real life, he is
that's
so tiny.
funny.
You should watch it. Yeah, he looks so tiny as he's walking through. I'm like, that is so like
That's
that.
funny.
That is hilarious. That's what I'm thinking. David
I
Spade.
wonder if
you
it
know what I mean?
has
Something like that.
what is it called? The animal? No. What's it called?
No, that is the animal.
It is.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider and the
Yeah.
animal. Yeah. So
Yeah.
of course he puts on, what was that, like a pig head or something? I don't remember.
Yep.
Yeah,
Pig head.
it was so funny.
That movie was awesome. The animal.
It was so funny.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then we decided to. We wanted to try something new. Rosemary's Baby. So I said that we wanted to check things off the list this year. So Ready or Not has been checked off the list, and now Rosemary's Baby. We watched it last night.
Was it good?
It was a really good movie. I could imagine being in the theater and being like, "Oh man, this movie's creepy as hell,"
Yeah.
Since Jessica and I can openly conversate while the movie's going on, it was obviously less creepy, but I don't know. Have you guys watched Hereditary yet?
Mm-mm.
Okay. You can almost see if like Hereditary got some sort of inspiration from that movie, Rosemary's Baby. It was good though. It was really good. Messed up, definitely messed up.
All right, I'll have to watch it. So I watched a movie though too.
Oh, let's hear it.
We talked about it. I told you I was going to watch it. I watched Us.
Oh, nice.
Yes, I did.
Nice.
Yeah. So did you watch it yet, Brian?
No.
Oh, okay. So I don't want to ruin anything, but it was definitely a good movie. So I don't know if it's setting up for a second one. I don't know if that's what happened at the very end, but the ending. I'm not gonna say it, but the ending was pretty like shocking actually.
Yeah,
You know what I
it
mean?
was
Another Jordan Peele one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't. I should have. So the funny part is, I'm not gonna say anything, but I felt like I should have expected it, but I didn't expect it because they didn't show enough. That's the
Oh,
thing.
dude.
They didn't show
Yeah.
enough,
No.
dude.
All right. Don't say anymore. But I 100% agree. When the twist happened, I'm like, son of a bitch. All right. Good job. Jordan Peele's like
Yeah,
a
for
freaking
sure.
magician, dude. Like,
Yes, I did not expect.
I liked Get
it was
Out.
good.
That was a good one.
yeah.
See, that's one I haven't seen yet. I really want to see that one too. I have not
It
seen
was
that
on something the other day, and I had watched the majority of it, and it's just a solid, good movie,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've also enjoyed his Twilight Zones that he produces.
Nice.
Those have been pretty sweet too.
I haven't caught any of those, but
one. No.
that would be
Yeah,
sweet.
they're
What is
on
that, a
that,
CBS or something?
CBS, yeah, that streaming service they have.
Because there's 1,000 streaming services,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cut the cord.
Yeah.
And pay more.
The cord, but subscriptions, come on. Brian, did you watch Haunting of Bly Manor at all?
I watched the first episode.
Nice. Okay.
So far,
Right.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Don't listen to our previous podcast yet. Until
Yes,
you,
for sure.
until you
Don't
finish it.
Yeah, just watch it.
Spoiler heavy. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I saw the first episode and I thought it was good. I
Nice.
liked it.
Yeah.
What about the boys?
I have not. No, I'm still like several episodes into last season still.
Brian.
There's this British show that I watched. It's called Ghosts. That one's pretty good. It's like a comedy.
I can tell you right now, it's not the boys. Come on, dude.
Exactly.
Get
That's
with
true.
it.
That's true.
I'm telling you,
Sorry, dude.
you should really put some
Keep
effort
in
into
mind,
watching
you're
that
talking
one.
to the guy who didn't see Breaking Bad until it had been over for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, that's not healthy.
I avoided all spoilers still too.
Hey,
so.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know why? Because you're a lostie. So I don't care what you watch or what you don't watch. You watched one of the most important things in the world.
Yeah.
So.
There's a pedestal, and you're on it.
Yeah, yeah. So you're safe.
But still watch the boys.
Yeah, if I got to build Noah's Ark, the only people that are getting on that ark are the people who've watched Lost.
So just not very many then, just a handful of people.
Oh, yeah, just a handful of people. No,
Well, that's
it's not-
good. That's more food and
Yeah.
more water for us, right? I'm just
Lost
saying.
wasn't big at all.
Oh, yeah. There wouldn't be millions of people on there, I'll tell you that. What is that on anymore? Is it on Hulu or is it on...
I think it's on Hulu.
Yeah, I think it's Hulu.
Son of a gun, man. They steal everything from Netflix that I want to watch. I got it on Blu-ray, special edition, though, so maybe I'll
Yeah.
throw that in,
Yeah,
Look, it's on Blu-ray though, special edition.
Well, I've got this wonderful box that it comes in, and you have like a little black light that you shine on the map, and it shows you like a wheel, and you turn it, and there's a hidden disc, and you're like, wow, this is the coolest thing ever.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet. The pyramid itself is awesome.
Yeah. It also has
That's
the
the thing,
game
yeah.
that the Man in Black and Jacob play, although there's no rules, so that's very cool.
Play it,
But here's the pieces. Figure it out.
Exactly. Exactly. There are no rules.
Yeah, there are no rules here. Tenet? Anybody watch Tenet yet?
I didn't know.
Go. Yeah, I'm done with this podcast. I can't handle it.
That's awesome. Is it on DVD yet?
Is it on VHS yet?
Is it on that there DVD?
Yeah.
No, not yet.
funny.
I will let you know as soon as possible. 'Cause
Yeah.
it,
I will watch it.
I think it's made its money back worldwide, but man, yeah, the theater sales are just struggling. How are theaters in your neck of the woods, Brian?
As far as I know, I don't even know if they're open. It
Yeah.
was because we went to the mall the other day to grab some beef jerky from the beef jerky outlet,
What?
and it looked like the big Egyptian theater that we have over there was entirely shut down. It looked like.
So yeah, I don't have a Cinemark by me, so I don't really know what they're up to. But I know Regals have they've all shut down again.
I thought they were shut down for good now, weren't they? I thought they went out of business.
I didn't think they went out of business. I thought they were just shutting down.
Yeah, okay.
They were just shutting down again. AMC was shutting down again as well. Now AMC, I heard, is going to be out of cash by 2021. So I don't know if.
Well, I think I had heard that it might have been them, but I think they were renting out an entire. You can rent out an entire theater for like $100.
Yep, $99.
That's kind of sweet.
It is sweet, especially like if you could get your group to buy concessions and all that kind of stuff, because you could at least bring more people. When I went and saw Tenet with Jessica, there was only 2 other people in the theater. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's just sad. I mean, it's awesome because you get like a personal experience. Right. I pretty much saw Christopher Nolan naked up there, but it's just awful because we went opening day, man, and it was.
I mean, like anymore though, that's kind of when I see movies anyway. It's by the time I see a movie in the theaters, nobody else is going to see it anymore. Like I got to see The Last Avengers. I think, not the last one, but the one before it, entirely by myself. I was the only one in the theater.
3 months
It was
after
like a
the
matinee.
release.
It was like 2-3.
It's on the
it was
re-release.
Like
Yeah,
I think it was a month after.
Yeah, it's been 1 year and they re-released it in theaters. That's funny.
I don't know. I've gone to see 2 movies by myself, and that was one of them.
Nice.
It's a good one to go
not
see.
bad.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
It's not bad seeing movies by yourself. It's a little weird, but when you're literally the only one in the theater, then it's even better, because then it's like, oh, I really don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah, right.
For
yeah,
sure.
this is my home.
I'm going
right
to shoot
now.
Kevin text messages during this movie. Like,
Have you watched this?
That's awesome.
That's funny. Yeah, I'll be curious to see how Hollywood even does after this. You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
in general.
I know Netflix and Hulu and Amazon and Apple. They're not doing bad by any means, and they're pumping out content still. So
Insane. Yeah. I mean, because I think that the probably what was it, like 3-4 months that they didn't do any recording out there. Was it that long? It was like 3 months or something. They didn't do any shooting.
yeah,
Hollywood.
that makes sense. Yeah.
I think it was like 3 months. But you know what I mean. But then there's always shutdowns again. You know,
But 3 months. That's like
Batman.
that's a movie. You know, that's at least one movie. You know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's a lot. You know what I mean. And then you have like cases like wasn't it Batman?
Robert Pattinson?
Yep.
Robert
That
Pattinson.
got shut down.
Yeah, they got shut down multiple times too, right? It wasn't just once,
I think twice. I think they
Yeah.
got shut down for the pandemic, and then I think it's just twice because when they came back,
Okay.
he tested positive or something happened, and then
Yeah.
and then they came back again.
Yeah. Okay. Because I know that they're shooting again, but I thought they
Yeah.
got shut down twice because positive cases.
But I mean, what's crazy is they're shifting everything to 2021 and later. So
Yeah, like all these movies that were supposed to come out this year even are going to like 2022 at this point.
right.
Yeah.
So you've got a backlog that you were hoping to get out, and now you might have to start sacrificing projects because now the talent's all mixed up. I mean, you got people that are pissed because they can't be in certain movies now because they're scheduling conflicts and everything. But hey, I guess like that's first world problems. It's not actually a problem.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. We're all still alive.
Right, there's
you know what I mean.
far more important things. Although,
yes,
having Netflix at home during a pandemic is a good thing. You know, definitely cures the boredom. Oh,
yeah.
which I got really excited because yesterday
I saw that.
I might be late to the game, but on my Samsung version of Netflix, it has a shuffle option now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you can shuffle like episodes as you're going.
No. So everybody has a profile, right? And underneath that profile says shuffle, it's a shuffle feature. And so it can literally give you something random, which is awesome because like instead of scrolling and scrolling, screw it, I'm going to watch whatever the hell just pops right up. It's really cool.
I've been awesome. That's
thinking about that for years, and it's just like, man, finally, thank you.
I've definitely watched some random stuff on there. Sarah, I swear, asks me every time, like, how did you find this show? What the hell are you watching? I've watched so many different British shows on there, and it's just fun. Good stuff.
So you said you're watching Ghost.
Yes.
That's
Ghost.
on Netflix or what?
I don't know. No, that's on this app that I have on my phone.
Gotcha.
That it like pulls from a bunch of different sources, I think. But
Gotcha.
it's essentially like these people buy this big ass house, like this big old abandoned house, and it's chock full of ghosts, and the one woman can see them, and nobody else can. So it's a comedy, and it's actually pretty decent.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, like the woman can see him, but the husband can't, and so like she ends up telling him that they're there, and so he's like in on it that now, but he still can't interact with them.
Oh, okay.
So it's like it's just, and it's a bunch of different people from a bunch of different eras too. So it's like there's like people that were killed from like the Black Plague like in the basement or something, and then there's like old rich lady, and like former help and caveman, like all sorts of different people from different eras that lived in that area.
That's fun.
Yeah, so it's pretty decent little kind of supernatural, but not spooky.
Yeah, it's more comedic.
Mm-hmm.
You ever watch Being Human on Sci-Fi?
No, I've heard of it though. I never saw it.
Jessica and I watched about 3 seasons of that. Got like really drama-y towards
Yeah.
the end of what we were watching, but that was good for a little while. I dealt with like vampires, ghosts, and werewolves.
I like Pushing Daisies. That was a sweet show.
Well, that was
That's
on
one
for a
I'm
season.
sad. It was 1 or 2.
Yeah.
It was short, but that was really good. That was on Prime last time I watched it.
Oh, the
That
Prime
one was
picked
pretty
it
cool.
up, huh?
Yeah.
I hear that's a cult favorite. It didn't get renewed or anything, but the people that have watched it say it was excellent and worth.
Yeah, it was
Really?
fantastic. I run into a lot of shows like that. Better Off Ted is another one that's a few seasons that could have gone more.
Interesting.
Yeah. Pushing Daisies is sweet.
I think that was wasn't that who?
Christian Chenoweth, I think, was in it. Kristen Chenoweth? Is that her?
I don't know.
Singer, Broadway person.
I want to see who are the writers. Let's see.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't tell you that.
Brian Fuller and Lisa Joy. I don't know who that is. Oh, Lee Pace. You know that's the bad guy from the first Guardians of the Galaxy. What was his name?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Wait,
he was
the
cool.
first
I
guy.
the first bad
Yeah.
guy in the first Guardians of the Galaxy. Kristen Chenoweth. Yeah, you're right there.
Yeah.
Right on the nose there. Pushing Daisies. Yeah, I heard that one was good. Ronan.
Ronan, there it is. There it is. Yes.
Yeah. So I think what we haven't started anything new since Bly Manor, but because we kind of just want to keep it with the spooky and try to get some of the stuff that we have not seen yet out. Now we did watch Hocus Pocus as well. We were watching it with Clementine and you know what really cracked me up? Speaking of the boys. The zombie, the guy in the grave that comes out with his mouth showing shut. His name is William Butcherson.
Oh, that's funny.
So very very similar to Billy Butcher.
Billy Butcher.
Billy Butcher, he's the man. He's the next Wolverine. But Jessica did not. I mean, Clementine did not like William Butcherson.
Oh, really?
So we turned that off and turned something else back on. You know, we'll give Hocus Pocus a shot next year. It's funny because like that girl is scared of nothing, but when it's on the TV or something, you know, she gets a little spooked out.
Yeah.
We were watching Infinity War. And right in the beginning, that big monster with the pickaxe type of thing, she was like, she did not like that guy. So, not a fan of monsters.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I watched Addams Family.
The animated one or the live action?
No, the live action.
Perfect. Yeah, those are great movies.
So yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I was just, I'm like, I'm gonna clean the house up a little bit. I'm like, what can I turn on? And I wanted to do something that I've seen before because I said I'm cleaning. So I'm like, oh, you know what? Addams Family's perfect. I end up actually watching probably almost all of it. I cleaned at the very beginning, and then I was going to sit down because I'm like, oh, this one part's coming up. I like it. The next thing you know, I'm sitting on the couch, and the movie's almost ended. You know, I'm like, oh, well, you know, that happens, but it's fine, you know? So it was good, though. I mean, I haven't seen it. It's been years since I've watched that one, so.
That's, which one was it where they cut off, like, Pugsley's arm, and it just keeps squirting blood? Is that the second one during the play or something, I think?
I think so. Yeah, because I watched the original one. That did not happen. In the
No,
original
I'd
one.
heard rumors that they were making another one. Is that true?
They did make a new one that was animated. I don't know if they're making another one that's live action. But
Goddamn.
the new one that's animated, I think, came out in 2019 or this year. I don't remember. So Brian, I once asked Corey. I said, if I said this name, could you tell me what he's done? And I said, Peter Jackson. And remember, you know how we have doubts that this guy over here has watched Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
Yeah, he didn't know Peter Jackson, so we still have doubts.
Hey, you didn't ask Brian the question, so...
Dead Alive?
Yep, Dead Alive, man. We were talking about that one the other day. I said, that one's got to be on your list, man.
Fucking nominal.
It is so good. It is so good.
Dude,
It's on my list.
When you pull out a push mower to take him down, you know
dude.
shit's about to get messy.
At one point, it was the goriest film ever made. So
I can't imagine why.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So yeah, I had brought that one up because I'm like, you know what's crazy is the guy who did Lord of the Rings once made a movie called Dead Alive, and
Oh yeah, dude.
it was insane.
Ear soup.
Oh yeah, just porridge. It just falls right in, and she just keeps eating it.
Oh,
I mean, you get to see that zombie baby in the park, dude. That's worth it right there.
It is definitely B movie, Corey. It's not like don't go into this expecting like a mind blowing, extravaganza. It's B movie express, but it's fantastic.
It's wonderful, and it was all done on like a shoestring budget. They made these masks and costumes with like all sorts of different materials. They like used ovens to bake them up and everything. I mean, they did everything themselves. I mean, it's pretty outstanding work. It's definitely better than our 48-hour film projects. I'll tell you that.
All right. I'll give it a shot. It's on the
great.
list. I just
It's
gotta
awesome.
find it. That's gonna be the only thing. I don't know where I can find it.
Now that would be a good one to recommend to everybody. I don't know how you can see it, but Seesaw, that's a good horror movie to catch
That's a
during
good
these times.
horror movie for sure.
It's about 5 minutes, 6 minutes long. Oh man! Now Brian's helped out on a number of those 48-hour film projects, and he was my sound guy for the 1 year that I threw out the entire project. That was awesome. I think it was 1 p.m. on Sunday. I had not slept, and I was editing it, and Jessica came down. I'm like, "Can you watch this? Can you tell me if you would turn this in?" And she watched it. She was like, "I'm gonna be honest. If it were me, I would not turn that in." I'm like, "Yeah, that's right." Click garbage. Just went upstairs. I'm like, I'm done. I don't need to turn it in.
Was that the chess one?
The what one?
The chess.
No, that was the very first one that I had ever done. That was called In Contrast. The one that we did was called Somewhere Warm or Someplace Warm. I think it was Somewhere Warm. And our two main actors were supposed to play a couple, and my God, I felt like I was Stanley Kubrick. I think we were on 40 shots, 40 takes of something just for them to make it look somewhat like they were in a relationship. And there was two single people, but they just couldn't do it. I just trashed it. That was awesome. In fact, you can scrub everything. I don't think I have a remnant of that. I threw the script out and everything. I was like, that was garbage.
That's funny.
I think it was just like messed up in the beginning. I got romance and turned it into like an action romance.
Oh yeah. Well, no, you didn't do that.
Right. Yeah, everything turns to action anyways. So.
Yeah. That's funny.
So, Brian, what's your favorite horror movie of all time?
Ooh, that was on my list as
Of
well,
all
Brian.
time.
If it's easier, give us your top 5.
So there's three that come to mind, kind of right off the bat. The Shining.
Nice.
Now these aren't three that should necessarily be in the same breath as one another, but they're three that I enjoyed. So
Interesting
the
thing
Shining,
to preface, you know.
The Shining,
Right.
the Poltergeist, the original Poltergeist,
Perfect.
and
Yep.
did you ever see Slither?
Oh yeah, yep. That's a great movie. Didn't James Gunn do that one?
I think he did. I
Yes.
believe that was him.
That dude's got such a cool like indie vibe to him, man.
And that on top of Dead Alive, I mean, that's why I like those movies. Is they like Slither and Dead Alive in particular, two definite B movies where it's just like.
Yep, James.
They don't make them like that. They don't make them like that anymore.
They definitely don't, man. They definitely don't.
Well, they kind of do, I guess. Like to the ilk. Like I haven't watched them, but Sharknado.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, yeah. Because I guess those are considered.
When it comes down to it,
those are considered horror, right? Because they're suspense or whatever, thriller.
Yeah, I don't know, but those were good ones. But you know, I also remember sitting in and watching The Grudge, the remake of The Grudge when it came out in theaters originally. And me and my buddy Shane went and saw it in theaters. We used to go see a scary movie every year.
Nice,
And,
that's awesome.
We left the theater in Medina, and it's it's pitch black outside. We're driving the backcountry roads to get home. It's like foggy, like rolling fog all across the roads. It's like we're both sitting in there like, I'm not freaking out. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not scared. Fucking Shane, I remember Shane checked underneath the chair when he first opened the car door.
There better be no monsters under here.
Yeah.
And then for days, it was just.
Oh yeah. Yep. The most annoying freaking noise, you know. Yeah, I remember seeing that one in theater too, and that was just a that was a long time ago. When did that movie come out? You know, 2006.
That would have had to been in the early 2000s.
The Grudge is that too? Oh wow, yeah 2000. No, The Grudge 2 came out in 2006. The Grudge 2020? That's a thing?
Yeah, there's a new one. Yep. It's got who's the
20% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I was trying to think who's the Asian dude from Harold and Kumar?
John Cho.
Yeah, I think he's in it.
I gotcha.
Nice.
Yep. John Cho is in there. That's interesting. I didn't realize he's doing a whole bunch of horror movies lately. He did one that was yeah.
Would you consider Old Boy horror?
No, because I think that's psychological thriller. Like,
yeah, dude, that was amazing.
That is an amazing
the
piece of.
original. I've never seen the new one.
Don't ever watch. I think Josh Brolin. No, thank you. I love Josh Brolin and everything, but
right.
don't. We've talked about this one on. I told Corey, don't watch that new one. Yeah. Don't watch that American garbage.
I think originally it was supposed to be Will Smith too.
Yeah, I don't know why he turned it down, but yeah, it was supposed to be.
Man.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That was an amazing movie. Like I'm not a big foreign film watching guy, but that was awesome.
That like twist and then other twists. And then oh dude, the hammer scene? Oh man, like absolutely incredible. I don't know how would you even remake that hammer scene, you know what I mean? You don't. You're right. You can't. Freaking
you don't bother.
I mean, I wonder what I could learn being stuck in a room for 15 years with cable television, you know? I mean,
that's true.
And just to let you know, that's literally just the beginning of that movie.
Right?
It is a wild ride. But no, I don't think I guess like if you consider psychological horror or psychological thrillers with like a subgenre of horror, then sure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it would have to be separate because like, you know, horror. I mean, there's slasher and then there's like ghost and
paranormal slasher.
Are a little different.
Yeah. Yeah, like what would you consider Zodiac?
That'd be a thriller, maybe a thriller with a horror component, I guess, because it is about a serial killer. But
yeah, like same kind of like with Seven and whatnot.
Yeah,
I like Zodiac.
Yeah, Nightcrawler.
Dude, Nightcrawler.
Right.
That ending, man, messed me up. I'm like, Wait a minute. Hey, Corey, have you seen that one?
No.
Oh,
no.
dude, that has got to go. That's got to move up on your list.
Hello, Jake Gyllenhaal. You are still the man.
Dude, you are still the man. Holy crap. He's a creep in that movie. And
Dude's
just
awesome.
Yeah.
Which one?
Nightcrawler.
That's right.
Yeah, not to be confused with the X-Men
The
character. Yeah. Which, speaking of Nightcrawler and X-Men, X2, that beginning where Nightcrawler's like teleporting into the White House, dude. Oh, yep. Watching that in theater, I pretty much, you know what I did in my pants. You know what I did. You know what happened in that theater.
Yeah, after the show, the guys were going through cleaning up, and the guy's like, Eddie, we got another one.
You're getting banned this time. They DNA test that one. Yeah. You're out of here.
Yep. Sorry, sir.
I thought Pee Wee Herman was bad.
Yeah, right. He'll never live that one down. So you said Slither, The Shining, and Poltergeist.
Poltergeist.
Now, Poltergeist is definitely one of my favorites. I remember watching that one as a kid and being like, please don't happen to my house. You know, I hope we're not on an Indian burial ground.
Terrified.
For my aversion to clowns is Poltergeist.
Oh yeah, that's creepy. I forgot, like in the girl's closet, right? Well, they shared the bedroom, right?
Like the one, underneath the bed.
Yeah, that's right. Oh man, I gotta rewatch that one. That one, you're right, is creepy. And now, do you think that's where it's from? Like
it's got to be, because like I've watched I'll watch all the stuff. I don't mind it. It's just like, yeah, I'm not a big fan of those things. I've watched I haven't seen the second part of the new one yet.
Don't bother.
I saw the first part.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Dog garbage. Dog shit garbage. You know.
No, it's. I mean,
it's pretty.
It's
bad.
not. It's not as good as the first one. For sure.
It's literally nowhere near the first one. The first one had like this cinematic brilliance to it. The second one was like,
Georgie?
Yeah. Oh, and that's the other thing. Like, they really just didn't do much with Pennywise in the second one. Like,
yeah.
Come on now.
Besides, exactly, I know. Besides the extreme. Like, they went from...
Yeah.
And then they went to, like, the full extent. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I've heard that they're talking about doing a prequel, which would be awesome.
No.
Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise, though, is just that dude haunts my dreams, and I'm okay with it.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, remember the scene where you were talking about where he's running in place?
Oh yeah, no, he's dancing. He's dancing. He's Pennywise the dancing clown. Yeah.
Dude, oh man, that was.
I just love that.
Creeps
stare.
me out.
Like he just stares at you. Yeah, like he's like, I'm gonna get that soul. Don't you worry.
For sure.
I'm gonna get that soul. The second one, Jessica and I, we were just so excited to finish it up, but we wanted to make sure that we bought it on a sale, and then we bought it on a sale, and then we wish we didn't even buy it. You know? That would have been a cool $2 rental, you know.
Yep. Sometimes they're worth the first watch on a rental, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah. I've learned that time. You think I would learn that lesson? Free State of Jones, 31. Oof.
I don't get a lot of opportunities to watch scary movies. It's not Sarah's scene, so.
I gotcha. That's kind of how my sister is. She's got to fit them in when she can. Her husband doesn't care for scary movies, so.
Yes, not one bit.
He also has an aversion to clowns.
Yeah.
They make those awesome like peep-in clowns that you stick to people's windows that I desperately want to get for our buddy.
That's how you get shot.
Yes. That's how I get shot. I put it in your window, I run away. You know, that's how you lose a window.
And a clown decal.
Yeah, right.
That's awesome.
But yeah, what else? What else did we catch this? Have you seen Ready or Not?
No, I have not.
Okay, that's a good one. That's on HBO right now. But that was a fun one. It was a lot of fun. It was like
I liked the Saws. I saw the first couple Saws when they came out. Those were pretty fun. I haven't seen all of them, but
Yeah.
they're pretty fun.
Yeah, I haven't seen all of them.
Yeah, me neither. Brian, what is your thought process on Scream? Like the original Scream?
It's been 20 years since I've seen that movie.
Yeah, but I mean, just did you enjoy it or not enjoy it? That's what
Yeah,
I'm
I
It
liked
sounded like he was about to read the synopsis,
I
It's
know.
been 20 years.
Yeah.
Ghostface is back.
And then it's like, I still know what you did last summer.
You know,
wait a minute.
somehow those are like almost forgotten movies. Like nobody
They are.
ever
Yeah.
talks about them. I know what you did last
you go
summer.
down,
I didn't think was terrible, but I still know what you did
No.
last summer. That was terrible.
Yeah.
Final Destination. That one's pretty fun.
That was on the other day. Yeah, that was.
I like the original. I haven't seen any of the other ones, but Final Destination.
Yeah, I've only watched the first one. After that, I mean, you kind of just get the gist of it. It's just going to be mass carnage. I think one of them has like a giant NASCAR race explosion or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think that was the second one. I think it was the first part of the second one.
They're just like cheap excuses to like have crazy, disgusting things happen.
Right. What was on your list, Corey?
My top 5 list. Pretty much all of them. I had Saw, Halloween. Halloween was one of my favorites growing up. And then I had Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street's a good one.
Yeah, and then Paranormal, the original Paranormal.
Okay,
Activity.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that one was good, man.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that one a lot. So
that one did creep me out. Blair Witch Project, when that first came out, gave me the heebie-jeebies, man.
Yeah.
It did.
that
one
found
gave me
footage
the
films,
heebies.
it's just crazy.
The second
for sure.
one, not so much, but the first one definitely got to me.
Second one was awful. The only thing that was good about the second one was the soundtrack. The soundtrack was really good.
I just think you can't make movies like that. The second one's like same thing with Paranormal. You can't make multiple things of the same thing. It's already found footage films. You can't continue a story or do something like that again in the same thing. It's hard. You can't. You know what I mean? It's just the anticipation's already gone. You know what I mean?
Well,
It's
yeah,
already-
you
know what
already
happened.
know
You know what I mean? Like,
the effects that
yeah,
are about to
exactly.
happen.
Exactly. So that's why it's not as pure and it's not as good. You know what I mean? But
I mean, they definitely caught lightning in a bottle with those first ones, though, man.
oh yeah,
Yeah, I think the first one was made like with $9,000 or something and
Right.
made an
Yeah.
incredible amount of money.
Yeah.
And it just kept getting reopened in more theaters, and it just kept drawing more and more attention. So I really enjoyed Paranormal Activity. That one was just, it was definitely a game changer, I'd say, for the paranormal subgenre.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Oh yeah, I agree with you totally.
Yeah, yeah. Halloween, definitely. Nightmare on Elm Street. Trick or Treat. I don't even remember my own top 5.
I pulled my list back out because I want to make sure that there's honorable mentions.
Oh, yeah,
it's hard to remember them all, so I'm like, I had to make sure I remember like
It
number.
was like horror movies are hard, too, because you really only watch them one time a year for the most part, you know?
Yeah.
The Strangers.
Oh, for sure.
The Strangers.
Oh yes, yep.
I wanted to see that one. I haven't seen that one yet. That's like they come to the door in masks, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
that looked
very
pretty
similar
fucked
to
up.
what the Manson crew would do.
Yeah.
Which
Welcome
is
to my nightmare.
Yeah, dude, I'm not even kidding you. Like, that one creeps. That has to be one of the creepiest movies just because it's just so realistic. Just freaks me out. Every time I hear the doorbell rings and it's like during the day and I'm like, no. Not today. Not today. All right?
Yeah, no, today's not the day.
I'm not answering it. It's just the mailman, like, you got
funny.
a sign for it. Come on.
Yeah.
No, that one definitely creeped me out. But so Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Trick or Treat, The Strangers, and
Chucky?
no, not Chucky. No,
Was it Halloween? Did you say Halloween?
yeah, I said Halloween already.
Okay.
Yeah, because Halloween's my number one favorite of all time. Just because, like, that's just a good classic slasher. You know, that's just
It is. It does its job, man. That's why like, it does it fully. You know.
But yeah, Trick or Treat. Have you watched that one, Brian?
No, I have not.
You know, throw that one on your list whenever you get a chance. It's a good one. It takes place in, you know, the story takes place in Sandusky, Ohio, I do believe.
Nice.
But it's like 5 intertwined stories of different Halloween stories.
Is that a recent one?
No, it's from like 2009. No, 2009.
It might be from 2000.
It might be from 2009. I'm not too
2007?
sure. Yeah, it is 2007. Yep. So
nice work.
a little off.
Encyclopedia over there.
Yeah.
It's a cell phone.
Don't give away your secrets.
Yeah, Brian, I had you, dude.
What's your all-time favorite sitcom Halloween episode? Now, Corey and I are that we're going to be doing that on a different episode, but just curious, you know, what have you ever watched?
There's
that?
so many good ones, dude.
Yeah.
Like the Community episode comes to mind straight away.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
With the tainted meat.
Yep. Taco meat. Yep. That's you know that's to me that
excellent.
Spoiler alert for the next episode. I mean that's to me is just the best one.
It's got to be up there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
There's
It's
just
definitely my top. It's on the list. I'll tell you that.
so much fun happens in such a short amount of time.
like I feel like there was a good one with Urkel when he was Stefan. But I can't.
Oh,
What did he dress up as?
That's just it. I think it might have been one of the first episodes where he was like the cool guy. I can't remember.
Oh, he goes into the machine and comes out as
It's
Stefan.
been so long, dude, since I watched those those shows.
Family
I know.
Matters. Oh, I love that show. That show is awesome.
I say I've definitely watched every episode of my growing up. I mean, I've watched a lot of them.
Years ago.
Yeah, there's been some good ones recently too. Like Bob's Burgers has done a couple good Halloween episodes.
Oh, nice. I really liked Bob's Burgers, but I guess like we fell off at some point and just stopped watching it.
Yeah, that's definitely that's probably my favorite John H. Benjamin show.
H. John Benjamin.
H. John Benjamin, yeah.
I don't care. Like his
You know
voice
that guy.
never changes. Like Archer
Right?
and
Exactly.
Bob have the same voice, but it works. It's so funny, you know.
He did the voices in home movies too.
That's
That was a show I used to watch on Adult Swim back in the day. That was, I think, the
nice.
first show that I had ever seen that he did.
He does those Arby commercials. I'm like, yep, your voice still works. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. It's like I wonder whose voice makes the most amount of money, you know?
Oh, that's actually a good question. I mean, there's a lot of voices out there that are heard a lot. you
Yeah.
know?
Come on, we need a producer so we can be like, hey, can you look that up?
Right?
Yeah.
Come on.
I need an answer.
We need a Jerry
Yeah.
Gergich.
Dude, it's Gary. Come on.
It's a guy that we can it's a guy that we can blame for everything.
It's not Jerry. It's Gary. Wait a minute. It's not Gary. It's Jerry. Jerry Gergich. I love that show. I have heard that there were rumblings of a possible new season of that.
I had heard Dexter's getting a new season.
Yeah, Dexter is good. That's what I heard as well. Because of the success of something, I forget what it was. But yeah, what's his name? Michael C. Hall.
Probably like X-Files or some shit.
God, I hope not. That's been like revived too many times, right?
No, well, they just recently had that couple seasons where it was like 2 short mini seasons.
David Coveney. I watched all of Californication. Wow, did that show start bombing the last season? Holy crap. That was bad.
Did not watch that one.
Like the first couple of seasons, like maybe 3 or 4 were really good, but last 2 were just end it, turn it off. But you gotta finish it, you know.
Put a fork in it.
You started it.
Yep, you started it. You better finish it.
I did not.
The Haunting of Hill House. You watched that one?
Yes.
Yep. Did you enjoy that one?
Yep. I did very much. So that was a good one. I'm assuming that Bly Manor doesn't do it any justice, right? I mean, like, you can't really compare the two.
I will plead the fifth. I don't want to taint anything, so I can't confirm nor deny anything.
Guys, did you hear him say taint?
This guy. Yeah, taint. You know, in a script I wrote called The Middleman, he goes to a bar called The Tainted Ink.
Name drop.
Name drop, yeah. Somebody pick it up. Oh, man. So, have you guys done any fun Halloween or October spooky fun things this year? I know this year is kind of strange in general with...
yeah, that'd be a big negative for me. My wife, she won't even watch TV shows, let alone go do something. We almost went to a corn maze the other day, actually. But we didn't, so...
Gotcha.
There you have it.
That's funny.
Have you done anything yet, Kev?
We went to this place called White House Farms and went on a horse and carriage ride. Real good maskers there. Not so many.
Really?
Yeah, they this place didn't even have signs, you know. Like they were like, go ahead, go ape shit around here, you know. They do not care. Yeah, it was actually like the majority of people were not wearing masks. We got some strange looks at us for being a family of mask wearers.
Yeah, I mean, was like everybody wearing masks there?
No.
Like that you were with?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody.
I gotcha.
The most majority of everybody, but yeah, it was definitely fun. I mean, you go to certain places, and you know you're gonna expect some resistance, obviously. But my goodness, it was like.
Like none.
Yeah. I was like, I'm pretty impressed with this place. They're like packing people onto this horse carriage, and I'm like, okay, all right, yeah, let's whatever.
So where do I get my money back?
Yeah. Next.
Now, do you guys pay for my medical bills, or how does that work? But other than that,
COVID's included in the purchase.
Yeah. Other than that, we haven't done anything. We're gonna try to do a pumpkin patch or get some pumpkins this week and carve them with clementine.
Nice.
Other than that, yeah, we've spooked up the house and everything, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't decorate for anything ever. I was actually asking Sarah this the other day. Like, do you care that we don't do anything for anything ever?
Well, you guys put up a Christmas tree, right?
I mean, maybe not all the time, because half the time we come back to Ohio for a week during Christmas.
Yeah.
So it's like,
That's
why
a
put
good
up
point.
a tree?
Yeah.
We did last year.
Well,
we did 2 years ago.
Well, Ginny is gonna, Santa Claus is gonna be coming to visit that home there, so
Yeah.
gonna have to have a tree to put some presents
Absolutely.
underneath it, you know.
That is true. If you didn't before, Brian, you are now. Just saying.
I heard Santa was hit pretty hard by the recession.
All right, speaking of Santa, have you seen the preview for Mel Gibson and Walton Goggins' new movie?
No.
It's called Fat Man, and Mel Gibson plays Santa Claus, and Walton Goggins is a hitman hired by a child to kill.
That sounds absurd.
I'm like, oh man, how does a script like that, get passed along? These guys are like, yep, sign me up.
And they had the big names. I mean,
Yeah. Now Mel Gibson's done some garbage
He's
as of
movies.
recent,
Yeah.
but
No.
he's still a talent, I would say. Yeah, it looked ridiculous.
He did
but
Hacksaw Ridge too, though, which was great.
what's that?
He did Hacksaw Ridge though, which was pretty great.
Hacksaw Ridge was phenomenal. Yeah, his son is in more and more movies coming out. Milo looks just like him.
Huh.
It's like
Braveheart too?
Yeah. You're watching a movie and you see his face. You're like, yeah, that could only be Mel Gibson's son. Mel Gibson either has a illegitimate child out there or that is his son.
That's how I feel about like Dan Levy.
Oh,
He's
dude,
like Eugene
spitting
in a nutshell,
image.
right?
The spitting image, man. That's so funny. I love that they have like the same type of glasses too, so they just seriously look so similar. I love that show, Schitt's Creek.
That was a good one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a good one. And yeah, it's awesome that they ended it too. It's not like they have to bleed the sucker. Just
I just found out that they said there was new episodes.
Yeah, the 6th season just came out on Netflix.
Oh, that's what they meant by new episodes? I thought they were saying new episodes actually like on TV, I thought. I could have swore they said that.
No, so they just wrapped, but Netflix doesn't get it right away. So anything that's going to be considered a new episode is going to be what you get to... Because they're a Canadian show.
Okay.
And then Netflix somehow got some sort of distribution rights to it, which is awesome because...
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean the show... I think I'm like close to like... I think I'm on season 5.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I'm
it goes quick,
pretty
yeah.
close to being done with it.
I mean, they literally set records for the most amount of comedic awards. They swept every single one.
It was 9 Emmys, right?
I think it was, yeah. Yeah. Which is just impressive,
No, yeah, that's awesome. It is phenomenal.
Right, where do you guys fall on Nightmare Before Christmas?
I love it. Oh, okay.
Is it a Halloween movie or is it a Christmas movie?
I get your question. I say both. I say it's interchangeable. You can watch them at any time. But
you are, yeah.
I tend to watch it at Halloween, I guess, to answer it truthfully. So I probably watch it most around Halloween. I don't think it ever gets played like on Christmas or anything. That's for Die Hard and Bad Santa, What about for you?
Those are the 2 Christmas Day movies for you?
Oh yeah, those are ones that are staples. Die Hard is new in the mix because Jessica had one time said, "What's that movie that people always say like, is it a Christmas movie or not?" And she's like, "Is it Braveheart?" And I'm like, I mean, we'll watch Braveheart right now. So we watched Braveheart on Christmas Day a few years ago, and it was over. She's like, I don't get it. Why do people say that's a Christmas movie? I'm like, first of all, nobody ever does. You're talking about Die Hard, but I just wanted to take an opportunity to watch Braveheart. But then we watched Die Hard, and then it's like, yeah, that's a new Christmas movie. But we watch Bad Santa and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation every year.
Okay.
I like A Christmas Story.
Oh yeah, I mean that's
sure.
definitely in there too.
But see, that's Christmas Eve though. That's when I watch A Christmas Story. Is Christmas Eve because usually that plays on a
24 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So that usually I watch it then.
So
when it first starts.
Back to the question though, Corey, do you want to answer? How do you what do you for Nightmare?
Oh. I would probably say it's more of a Halloween. It's not one that I watch all the time though, so it's been a long time since I've seen it. But I would probably say more Halloween though.
And you, Brian?
Word. I mean, like that's the only way I could see it. I mean, I understand that Santa's in it and everything, but it's a Halloween movie.
Yeah, but they celebrate Christmas,
As I say, that's the hard part. So that's why, watching it, thinking about it, I'm like, it's a Christmas movie, but at the same time,
celebrating Christmas,
Yeah. It's a spooky way to celebrate Christmas.
Yeah, it's spooky.
So, yeah. Ooh.
It's Halloween.
What's this? What are your thoughts on Die Hard? Is that a Christmas movie?
No. I say no because I know that a lot of the people who've been in it and who directed it are all like, no, that's not a Christmas movie. So no, it's not a Christmas movie.
They don't know anything. I watched
Yeah.
I watched how that movie was made. Those people don't know shit about that movie. What about you, Corey?
That's awesome. Is it a Christmas movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would say, well, I don't know. I don't watch it during Christmas time, so it depends what you're asking. It's not a movie that I watch during Christmas, but I mean, it's definitely got Christmas. I mean, to it. You know what I mean? It's like
I'd say it's just as much Christmas as Bad Santa. You know,
yeah.
Heist
gentlemen,
movies
Corey,
with Christmas parties.
Running for president 2024. Won't answer a damn question.
Who, me?
Yeah,
I answered the question.
with a question. No,
You answered it with a yes and a no.
Well, no, I said my answer would be yes, and then I explained it a little bit more. But my answer is yes.
Gotcha.
Is my answer.
Understood.
But still, Corey for 2024. You know.
Well, we got to be 35. So, will you be then?
What? No.
Exactly.
Oh, Kevin and I will be though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So vote for that ticket.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
We'll roll the dice to see who gets the head honcho job, right?
It's the new green party.
You're right. Get out of here, Jackson. He's making a cameo on here.
Yeah, we got all the animals so far. Every one of them has been on the podcast this evening.
They want to make sure that they're like, hey, we're not left out. They have opinions too. Their favorite movies, you know.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Actually, that does make me wonder, because I don't know if I know this. What is your absolute favorite movie of all time? And don't give me a shit answer of I just can't do it, because you can. Because it's about feeling. What one movie has made you feel more things than any other movie? And I'm not talking about in the pants. I'm talking about...
Okay, well, hold on. I got to rethink. Yeah.
So Pornhub is not in the running.
It came on a green VHS tape.
I got all the feelings, I'll tell you that.
So, oh man, that's a tough question because I don't know that I've ever narrowed it down to one.
No.
And honestly, it probably won't be the same every time I answer it. So, if we go by feelings alone, Lion King probably gave me the most feels of any movie that I've seen.
I'm hoping the 96 version.
Oh yeah, the OG, the cartoon version, man.
Yeah.
But Forrest Gump's up there.
Nice. I love Forrest Gump.
And then, like, I get into, like, all right, what's my favorite, like, kind of avant-garde movie? And it's like, all right, Clockwork Orange, you know, something like that, where it's a little more kind of offbeat. Yeah. That's a hard one. Hi, Tom.
Forrest Gump.
My
Gump.
mama always said, you can learn a lot about a person by their shoes.
Hi, Jenny.
Where they're from, where they're going.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of this YouTube page called Screenplayed, and they'll play on the top the movie, a movie scene, and on the bottom they'll actually scroll through the script, and it's really cool because you can actually see like when the actors are improving and adding their own script and all of that, and that's just like such a really good emotional scene is when Forrest is talking to Jenny's grave about everything.
Dude, for sure.
It's just like oh goodness. Yep. I was
so smart, Jenny.
I was at a Penn Station, and I was waiting for my order, and Forrest Gump is on the TV, and it's when they're in Vietnam, and he's running in the forest, you know, the jungle, and grabbing people left and right. And I got something jumped up. I was so focused on this movie that the lady had to be like, Sir, your food's I'm sorry, this movie just grabs you.
Lieutenant Dan, ice cream.
No.
I'm assuming yours.
Ran.
I'm assuming yours is that poster right behind you, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely, hands down. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Yep. I absolutely love that movie.
It's a good movie.
Mm.
It's a great movie. Okay, all right. It's not a perfect movie.
Oh, get out. All right. If I could just boot a person from this conversation. No movie's perfect, I'll tell you that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it's not perfect, but it's great.
Yeah. Imperfection is part of the thing. Have you watched I'm Thinking of Ending Things at all?
No, but I did. I thought about watching it. I saw it actually the other day. I saw it and I was like, oh, that looks interesting.
That looks interesting.
It's very interesting. And Corey, you've still not watched that one.
No.
Cool.
Sorry.
Did you watch Peanut Butter Falcon yet?
No, that's when I I wasn't like, it looks pretty cliche. Like it didn't look like it was a standout film. So I just didn't really watch it. I've heard good things, but I just never put it on my list. The one I wanted to watch around that same time was Honey Boy. I haven't watched that one.
Yeah, I haven't watched that one yet either.
That was the one I was more excited about from Shia.
Yeah.
Which Shia did. Shia filled in for. Well, he was Spicoli for the live reading of Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Nice.
They did a table read online, and he's sitting in his car smoking and everything, playing the whole part. Dude, it's so funny. The dude stole the show. It's so funny, man. Corey, go ahead. What's yours? Your number one.
What, my number one movie?
Mm-hmm.
Ever?
Oh yeah, you don't shy away from it.
Dude, I mean, Liar Liar.
Hell yeah, man.
Liar Liar is my all-time favorite movie ever, Brian. I mean, I just wanted you to know.
It's my all-time favorite movie, and I love it so much. He doesn't.
Yeah.
How do you spell Jim Carrey?
I don't ask me that because I forgot already. No, I'm just kidding. Jimcarey.
Nope.
What is it?
It's Rrey. Come on, man.
I knew that, you jackass. That was a joke.
G-Y-M.
Yeah, it's an HGY actually, and the E becomes
H-
before the I on that one.
That's funny.
He's done some good stuff, man.
Well, I know, and that's the thing. So I just like Jim Carrey as an actor himself. You know what I mean? Obviously, I think that's why. But I think if I have to go for like, I know, yeah, that's why. I mean, I enjoy it. I mean, it's up there.
Oh, Jim, Joel.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah. So but I don't know. So it's hard. If you ask me my feelings, though, obviously that's not a feelings movie. It's more of a comic. You know what I mean? Like my second favorite would be the Talladega Nights, something like that. You know what I mean? So, a little bit of shit
Yeah, I mean,
there. But
I'm not saying like your absolute favorite movie has to be a drama or I'm talking feeling in general. If that's the funniest movie you ever watched, and then you were like, man, like that's my favorite movie, and that's your favorite genre and all that stuff, there's no problem with that at all.
Oh, for sure.
My favorite genre
is
just mostly drama. I mean, that's
romantic drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Genre drama. That's what that is.
Yeah.
It's genre drama going on right now.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's funny. But one movie that's like another movie that I was thinking about, which just came up in my head the other day. So when you ask me about feels, this makes me like my most feeling movie, which I watched this as a kid. That's when it came out. Was actually Armageddon. That movie,
nice.
Actually, the feels that I got from that movie, and I was young. I'm like, man, like this is rough. Yeah,
Liv
sucks,
Tyler
man,
on the TV screen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no. Yeah, that's funny. So but yeah, that movie probably gave me like my first like major. Like I'm saying like cry, but you know what I mean. Like you get the feeling, a little watery. I mean. A lot.
Like, where was it watery?
Don't worry about it, okay? I didn't go into specific things, okay?
That's so funny. I mean, if we talk about movies that made me cry, there's 1,000 for me. I'm a baby when it comes to movies, man.
What about Endgame,
Yeah,
Infinity
teared
War.
up. I teared up at that. Teared up in Logan.
Yeah, so, I mean, it was rough.
Yeah. I remember being 13 years old and coming out of the theater for Titanic. My eyes are swollen shut because I'm like, God damn it.
I refused Titanic.
I mean, that's
Probably
Just-
didn't see it for 20 years until it was
just silly
20th
nonsense.
anniversary edition.
Wow.
It's just nonsense.
My mom loved the movie so much where she forced all three of us boys to watch it with her. She's like, it's movie night. And we never did movie nights, but
Time for a
it's movie night with
3.5
Titanic.
hour adventure
Exactly.
on the Titanic.
I'm like, what happened here? Yeah, so I mean, it was a time.
It was a
but
double
we
taper
made
that
it.
had the intermission.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're like,
Absolutely.
all right, we can eat a whole nother bowl of popcorn, more drinks.
Yeah.
Oh, Leo, I'm excited. He's on. This will be his first Netflix movie, and the cast is huge. It's called Don't Look Up. The cast is huge, like Meryl Streep, Jonah Hill, ton of other people are in it, and I have no
Him and
idea
Jonah
what
Hill
it's
are
about.
badass
But
together.
I mean, the cast alone has gotten me excited. They said it's a biggest ensemble cast since Ocean's 11 with Steven Soderbergh's Ocean's 11.
Oh wow. Wow.
Yeah. Which you think about Ocean's 11, man. That
I mean, everybody's in that thing.
Yeah.
you know.
R.I.P. Bernie Mac.
Yeah, for sure.
So, what was it then? Liar, Liar, and then
Yeah, Liar Liar is probably like, I mean, if I just had to pick my all-time favorite movie, the one that it would probably be Liar Liar is like my favorite movie ever. You know, there's new favorites that don't replace it because that's always going to be a
it's like
classic, you know what I mean?
nostalgia factor.
Exactly, but there's like the new ones that come through. Like Talladega Nights can make me laugh every time I watch it. I can watch that movie, you know what I mean, every day and probably still laugh at the same parts every single time. The movie's just funny the entire time. I mean, the shake and bake thing, those two, a combination, just like Step Brothers, makes me laugh. So, yeah,
Yeah.
there's that. So, did you answer what your favorite is? I mean, is your favorite that poster right there in the back? I mean,
Yeah.
broadcasting your favorite
Do you know
movie.
the name of that movie, Corey?
What?
Do you know the name of that movie?
Oh yeah, Internal Sunshine.
Okay.
What's the full title?
Well, Internal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, it was, no. I was just, I was letting you introduce it.
That movie is just like, it just hits on all levels.
For sure,
It's such
yeah.
a beautifully done movie. The director is Michel Gondry, and I learned a lot about Spike Jonze, Michel Gondry, and Charlie Kaufman. So Charlie Kaufman's just like a crazy writer. I mean, if you've watched Being John Malkovich, Adaptation, I'm Thinking of Ending Things, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, they're all very quirky and different outside of the box movies, and you have to have outside of the box directors, I think, to even direct the material. And so Being John Malkovich was read and people really enjoyed it, but nobody wanted to direct it. John Malkovich didn't. They said, "We love it, just change the character and don't make it John Malkovich, make it somebody else." And they're like, "No, this is the only way this works." So, Spike Jonze was actually married to Francis Ford Coppola's daughter, I think Sophia Coppola, and Francis actually gave Spike Jonze the opportunity to direct Being John Malkovich. So that was his first movie directing, and all he's ever done was music videos. Same thing with Michel Gondry. All they were doing were music videos, and a ton of music videos. But one thing you used to see in music videos was a lot of art and a lot of different type of short stories type of stuff. But they were given these opportunities to direct these strange movies, and man, they just knocked him out of the park. Have you ever watched the movie Her with Joaquin Phoenix?
No, that looked good though.
Yeah,
No.
that's another Spike Jonze. But yeah, so anyways, yeah, just obviously ranted about those. But one that is, so Eternal Sunshine is always number one, but there's one movie that claws at the heels and bites the heels of Eternal Sunshine, and that's Interstellar.
I was gonna say, I want to take a guess at it.
Yeah,
It's
that's-
Interstellar. I knew it. Yeah.
That is that would be my second favorite movie of all time. Just beautifully done movie.
It is a fantastic movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you have written on your arm. Just
Not Interstellar,
great
but Stay.
movie.
Yeah, great
Yeah.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
What does that say? Great movie. What the hell?
Yeah. So.
Well, all right. Brian,
right.
You got anything?
Do I have anything?
I was asking if Brian had anything, if he had any other questions or.
No, I don't think so. I think it's been a good conversation.
Yeah.
Is Baby Ginny going? Are you guys dressing her up for Halloween at all?
We have an outfit. We have a couple outfits. We're not doing anything. I think maybe having our buddy Gavin and his baby come over.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
What are the costumes?
Yeah.
Sarah came home the other day with her. She was wearing she bought a dog costume, but it fits Ginny. It's the most adorable little dinosaur looking thing, dude.
Oh,
great.
man.
And,
that's so cute.
That's funny.
I think my mom said she bought something. It hasn't made it here yet, but
Okay.
Nice.
That's so funny.
Is Clem going? What is she going as this year?
Clementine, she has two outfits. So one is the glow in the dark bones.
Okay.
And then,
all right.
we just tried the outfit on tonight, and it's so freaking adorable. It's a cat. It's a cat costume, and a little kitty cat.
Nice.
Oh goodness! I was just like, oh
Yeah.
my goodness, little girl, you are just so
Great.
damn
What
cute.
What are Kevin's weaknesses? Kitty cats and his little baby. So now we're combining the two.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just like the most adorable little costume. And she's like walking around, so we're gonna put like little whiskers on her face. Oh, it's ridiculously cute. But yeah, so
That's awesome. Cool.
So probably for trick or treating purposes, or if there is trick or treating, the cat costume.
Nice. Okay.
It's because it's
Nice.
warm too.
It is. That's what I was gonna ask. I mean, the skull and bone ones is I mean, is that just shirt and pants? Is that all that one is?
Yeah,
Gotcha. Okay.
it's
So,
basically pajamas.
yeah. Okay.
It was just work, as you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
She's going as the dudes from Cobra Kai from the original Karate Kid.
Yeah.
You can't see, but my leg's up in the air too.
Dang, you
the
can't
other
see.
one, Corey.
Something else is up.
What?
In
That's the Kobayashi or whatever. Not Kobayashi.
Well, I was gonna. I was
It's
just showing you.
Miyagi.
Damn it. Miyagi, thank you.
Mr.
That's
Miyagi.
Dojo. Cobra Kai are the bad guys.
Cobra Kai. I've never watched that show. Anybody watch that show?
The new one.
Yeah.
I have. I've watched all of them.
Oh, nice. It's good. I'm guessing because you've watched all of them. So
It's good in a terrible way. It's
Oh.
very nostalgia. It's very 80s. Like,
oh, so that
Yeah,
it takes
I
place
like
in the
it.
80s.
no, it takes place now, but
Oh.
it takes you back.
Oh, I understand. Okay, very cool. Very cool.
As I said, I thought it was new, up to date stuff, but
There's
I
no
haven't
fear
seen
in
it,
this
so.
dojo.
That's on Netflix now, right?
It is,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's-
and I think they announced the third season.
Yes, they did. That's sweet. I'll have to check that out. Corinthia, what do you got for us?
So, I mean, I just have a little bit of sports news,
Sports
toss this in there.
news.
Sports news. Dun, 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 dun. We have a big fight coming up this weekend. That's like one of the number one things I want to talk about. We have Khabib versus Justin Gaethje. It's champion versus champion. It's gonna be a huge Saturday. It's gonna. I mean, this is like one that I've been waiting for. Khabib has not fought since, he had like during the COVID times, he had some issues with family, and then when he went home, because he's from, I think it's from Moscow, I think. Then he couldn't get back home because of COVID. So then he couldn't get back because there's like a fighter island that everybody has to go to get tested, before you can fight.
Oh,
so
so
there's
that's
a bunch
like-
of things going on.
That's
It's just like the bubble.
right. So Fight Island, that's like a fully functional thing. Like that's actually
It's a real thing, yeah,
That's
for
so
real, yeah, yeah. So it's awesome. But so
I
they're
saw this
doing
movie in like the 90s.
yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
That's funny. But so there's that. That's a big thing. That's one thing I cannot wait for. I probably will be renting it because I don't want to go to sitting in a somewhere a sports bar listening to it for 3.5 hours with a bunch of people. But because a fight could be that long. I mean, it could go until late evening. So I will probably rent this one. But other than that, the Browns, I really don't want to talk about it. The Browns really shit the bed. I'll just be fair,
That sucks.
The Steelers absolutely put a hurting on us.
Yeah,
I talked a lot of crap, but they sucked. So that was another disappointing thing this weekend. But other than that, I think if I have to, if I give my, my MVP of the week, it's going to be, his name is Derrick Henry. He's a Titans running back. He ran for 212 yards. 9.6 yards per carry was his average. He ran a 94-yard touchdown in. He scored 2 touchdowns on 22 attempts. And on top of that, he also caught the ball twice for 52 more yards as well. So this dude just went off, man. He's he's always been one of the best running backs in the league since he came in. I think it was a couple years ago. He's just a big guy. He's a monster. I think he's 6'3", 247 pounds.
Damn.
So the dude's just a monster. He will. But anyways,
you know what I would say to that guy?
What's that?
Nice nips. Say something cool.
Yes. That's awesome. But other than that, I think that's all I have for my sports edition this week. Browns really put a hurting on my heart for football. So I did watch some more, but I really couldn't.
Corey,
I couldn't really get into
30?
it. Yeah.
30 this year. The Browns have put a hurting on your heart since you were born, son.
I know, but we were 4-1, and I was feeling good going against these
still
sons of
4-2.
guns.
Steelers are 5-0. They're nothing to fuck with, man.
Well, I know. I get it. I know. I didn't think that. Their defensive line came out strong.
Awful, so there's that too.
Browns are not awful.
Yeah, I thought they were doing well this season, right?
Brian's just a hater.
I'm a Browns guy.
Are you though? Doesn't sound like it.
I was gonna say you just said they were awful 6 times in a row.
They're pretty awful. But having been a Clevelander for 27 years before I moved, I think I've earned that right to be like, you know what? They're pretty awful.
You definitely earn the right to have your opinion. You're always right to have your opinion, but
I don't think so.
It's just saying, saying I'm a Browns guy and saying they're awful in the same sentence, just they clash for me.
Yeah, it's hurtful.
My heart.
Most of the Browns team listens to our podcast. Like they heard that, dude.
Yeah, I heard this is the place to go for sports.
Yeah. No, they don't want to talk about sports.
Awesome.
They talk about sports enough. They come here for other entertainment.
For sure. They just can't wait for the MVP every week.
They come here for the movie recommendation, the Thursday movie recommendation. Right?
Yep. I gotta say, your MVP, I think, should have been Mookie Betts there, Corey.
Why?
Because he made an amazing catch yesterday to save the game for the Dodgers. He played a hell of a good defense, and the dude's hitting the hell out of the ball right now.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about. This was football only.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
That's why. So it's
nobody.
it's MVP for football.
People fall asleep during that other stuff, man.
No, but he is playing badass baseball right now, though. I will say that. You're right.
Yeah, so I'll give you the Thursday movie recommendation. Brian had brought this one up earlier, so I figured it would be a good one to recommend. Old Boy. I'll give you the synopsis. After being kidnapped and imprisoned for 15 years, O'Day Sue is released only to find that he must find his captor in 5 days. That is like just the tip of the iceberg of that movie, I tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. Like obviously, you don't want to reveal too much in your synopsis, but
right.
Wow. Oh, 4 awards, 40 wins, and 19 nominations. I wonder. So they got some. They've been nominated. So have you watched? What is that? Parasite. Have you watched Parasite yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
All right, so since you've seen Old Boy, you watch Parasite then. But yeah, Old Boy is just absolutely fantastic. Came out in 2003. No need to ever be remade. It's It's an instant
Just get your
masterpiece.
Get your reading glasses on if you need them, but
Yeah.
I mean, if you know Korean, you're golden. But.
Yeah, if you know Korean, then yeah, you should be okay. But if you don't, then yeah, definitely. Corey, what was it? City of God. I forgot to tell him it was subtitled. He was like, "Damn it, come on, man!"
Yeah.
Not that not that you have anything,
Yeah.
But then you get pumped for movie, and you're like, "Oh, damn it, I have to read." Oh,
Yes, for sure. It was funny. I found it. I rented it. I'm like, I get myself all cozied up. You know what I mean? I'm ready to go. And all of a sudden, first thing comes up. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe this beginning part is. Oh wait, I am now an hour and 15 minutes in, and it's still subtitles. You know, you're like, no, this is the movie. So
at least you're kind of already in that headspace. You've seen Parasite and whatnot.
For sure.
So.
Yeah, it's fine. I didn't hate it. Anyway, I watched the entire thing in one sitting, so I didn't hate it. So.
Well, if that's the only indicator, there's a lot of movies I hated that I sat through the whole thing.
Oh, yeah,
Aquaman.
but not
Aquaman.
Yeah, but not reading the subtitles while doing
Right.
it.
There you go.
That's the only thing.
Well, all right. Well, thank you, Brian, for coming on our show today.
Yes, thank you, B.
Thanks for having me. Anytime.
Yeah, well, we'd love to have you on again. Thanks, everybody, for listening and watching.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
While I wait.
Yeah, all right.
Anticipation.
Yes, I like it.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
See ya.
Peace.